What's going on? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the Why I'm Geeked show. Episode 222. No shoe, no shay. Because today, we got the boys, man. What's good, buddy? How you doing today? Switched up the intro a little bit right there, but a special occasion. We're talking about the finale of The Boys, man. Long time coming. What's good, Rowdy?
Doing good, man. Doing good. The end of an era. We chatted about it for a quick second.
Quick. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wrapped up The Boys today, finally. I think it's been over for like a month now. And excited for this podcast, man. There's a lot to discuss.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna come about this pod because I don't think I have anything like extremely like I want to hit on the hammer today.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to I have the feeling of dang, it's the end of the era. So how you doing, G?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Just left watching the finals, and now we're about to do the pod. We'll have to see how that thing ends later on. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about this today too because I also finished Gen V before watching this, and I have some things that I need to say now that everything's on the table and we've seen everything. You know what I'm saying? So I guess first we can start with just like, I'll start with the Gen V take first because it kind of leads into do a little bit of backtracking from the first time we talked about the show. And that is, I understand now why you felt a way about how A-Train died this season, because at the end of Gen V, he pulled up like, oh, we're about to do this a rebel thing. And it made it seem like he was like the number 2 of the group. And for him to go out the way he did, which is still like a good way to go out, but it's just like you would thought that would have happened later on in the season. So after watching all of Gen V and even seeing them get callbacks in this season, whether they was just like, helping out here and there. Mainly, they're not sidekicks, but like, they still kids, so they kind of just out the way. I see why you was just like, yeah, I thought it would have been something more, a little bit more like, extravagant or drawn out, like comparing A-Train to Frenchie, it's like not even close. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like impact, if you're not catching up to everything. So now that you've seen the full thing, has your opinion changed about the A-Train thing? And then we can get into like the main rest of the stuff. I just want to hit on that real quick.
I kind of feel like it's the exact like tempo I have for the whole season.
Okay.
Like something just feels off or something doesn't feel like fully refined to the point where, I just don't feel like it fully is what I would have wanted or preferred for his character. And I feel even more like on firm footing for more characters going on. Like, I know we're at season 5 and this is the last one.
Yeah.
But now that I see the whole picture, it's like I still kind of wanted more or like a whole episode or like a whole I don't know, just like more.
Not episode 2.
Yeah. So just more impactful. Something was missing for me.
Okay. Yeah. I would say that I feel like the overall vibe of even watching The Boys this season kind of felt like a drag. And the reason why I say that is because I think because of the nature of this show, I don't know necessarily like if it's like a 1-for-1 comparison to the book, to the comics, but like the drag is the feeling to me of like how, they say like art imitates life in a sense. And it's like you're already dealing with enough in real life, and now you got to come here and watch The Boys and sit through it, even though it's like satirical in nature, and they're like making fun of it and like showing the hypocrisy and just like overtly showing how crazy like some of the policies and stuff is, it's just like, dang, do I really want to sit down here and watch this? It's kind of how I felt watching the series, which is probably why it took us so long to finish it. So like, do you feel like that's a fair thing to say after watching it, or is it something else for you? You know?
I agree, man. I kind
Yeah,
of feel like
it's a lot.
the allure of The Boys was
Hmm.
so shocking originally and so like fresh and crazy and wacky.
Yeah,
And then it got so close to home in
got
season
too real.
4 where it was still wacky and crazy,
Hmm.
but then it was just kind of like, well, this is kind of real.
Yeah,
Like this is
it's like The
very
Simpsons.
plausible. Yeah, yeah. Like now we're in the realm of this is very plausible. This is
Yeah.
very believable. And you know what? Some of this isn't as satirical as it is. Like we were definitely poking fun of like
Hmm.
real world events, but it started blending to the point where a lot of the humor and stuff wasn't hitting as much for me,
Yeah.
and it was just like over the top of like modern day times, and I'm
Hmm.
like this is cool, but this is also just not that shocking anymore.
Yeah.
And even, like, especially this season, like, the progression that Homelander takes, it just feels so natural of how much of a narcissist he is that
Hmm.
it keeps going, and I'm kinda like, "Oh, okay." It's not like it's not crazy anymore, you
Yeah,
know?
it's not
So,
that like, because at first you couldn't believe the stuff you were seeing Homelander do.
you
You
couldn't.
know, like
Like
I'm just like, yo, how far are they going to take this? But now,
yeah,
once you get to this point, it's like nothing surprises you anymore. You know, it's just like, oh yep, here comes. Like I'm anticipating the speed blitzes. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, and even if we want to take it to like, how if we just want to look at the soups in general and how like the nature of how their powers works and their healing factors and stuff like that. It got to the point for me where like the impact of like not knowing necessarily when a soup is gonna die versus like, you know, it just being like somebody like that's human. Like the whole Seth Rogen episode and stuff like that. Like obviously like you like we saw that coming from a million miles away, right?
yeah.
But then for somebody like um uh name um dang, I can't think of it. Um
What are you talking about? One
Black
of the 2
Noir.
members?
Black Noir.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
When Black Noir got body, I'm like, wait, I thought you just a knife can kill you down, but you can fly and like all this other stuff, right? So it's like the impervious, like the different objects that they was using to get bodied, or like even like with Firecracker. You know what I'm saying? Like the way she went out, it's just like, I mean, you know,
I was very when she went out, I
yeah,
kinda was just like, "I'm going to bed." Like, I
yeah.
felt like,
She had so
"Really?"
many opportunities to leave.
Yeah.
So,
And it just felt like after that moment, it for sure
mhm,
felt like, "Alright, now they're just trying to get everyone out of here." Like, "Yo,
yeah,
it's a finale. We're just slowly getting everyone out." And
yep. Dotting
I
these
don't know, it
T's,
kinda
or
took
no,
me out
dotting
of
these
the stuff.
I's and crossing these T's. That's what they was doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. It just made me feel like I was watching these characters for a while, and now we're kinda going out sad for each one of them.
Hmm.
Um, and when I mean sad, it's just like I just would've I'm not a
Like a
writer, y'all. I'm just
yeah.
saying I would have probably done more for this or make it feel like it was way more important, or they went out really dumb to a point where it was like,
Hmm.
yeah, but that goes with their character. Like they did try to do it this way, or
Yeah.
it just felt like time to get them off screen.
Hmm. Like at least with A Train, it happened during a fight, right? But like
Yeah.
a lot of these characters are just like, all right, we need to get rid of them. All right, time to smush their head, bro.
Yeah, I swear.
Like that's all it
I
takes,
swear.
you know, until they don't. So it's like in other instances, like even with like Queen Maeve or you know uh that lady name Stormfront, like the way they went out, it was like a significant like moment. Or even Victoria Newman,
Though
you know.
both of them might be in like the finale episodes of the seasons,
Hmm.
or at least close to it. So it
Yeah.
just felt like there was some build up and it was, like, more unbelievable, like, "Dang, that main character, like, gone."
Mhm.
Something about I get it, it's the last season, we all know it, but it was something about the way these were written that I was like,
Yeah.
"Ugh, this is a little too simplistic or too forced or some word that makes sense, y'all."
Yeah. Yeah. Even like it's the last one and we can move on to something else.
Yep.
Even just the way that like whenever they got trapped in the White House in the tunnels and everybody was getting
Oh,
shot up, I was like, I didn't
I
like
was
that.
mad.
I didn't like
I
that
was
at all.
so that was so, like, Disney, just how would they get out in this situation? Like, well, they wouldn't. Let's just have them be saved. I'm like,
Yeah.
why even write this scene? I hate scenes like that.
Yeah. Like Huey is a gigantic human. And you supposed to expect me to believe with all the bullets ricocheting off these woods, he didn't get hit once.
And
Cause
didn't get
Annie,
yeah, and it wasn't
you know, so it's that's what I'm saying. It's like the line between superhero and human got too blurred in a sense where it's like my biggest question at this point in season 5 of The Boys, why are you bringing a crowbar to a superhero fight,
uh,
bro? You
that's
know
for
what I'm
that
saying?
aura, bro. That's
Like
for
I
that
get
aura.
it. I get it. That's his bag, right? You know what I'm saying? And we see why in the end. But, it's just like it's just a certain it's what happens. It's what happens when like a long-term series finally ends. They don't necessarily have a way to end it. You know? That's what it feels like
Like,
to me.
it just reminds me that it's so hard to stick landings of finales,
Yeah.
but when they don't stick, it's just so obvious. Like, I sat there at
Hmm.
the end of it and thought to myself, if I would have stayed up all night or all day anticipating this, rewatching the series, and that
Yeah.
was the final episode, I would have been disappointed, bro.
Yeah. And I already unfortunately saw a picture of Homelander holding the fake version of his head. So I was like, oh,
Oh, I didn't see that.
I seen it on I was on X, and this was like I was like I don't know why I was on there, bro.
Oh, Twitter,
But I mean
got
Twitter.
him.
Dang it!
Nah.
Dang it! Uh, X that out. I'll edit that out. It's like, but yeah, I was on Twitter and I was just scrolling. I happened to see him holding it in like a green room or something like makeup room, and I was like, dang it! So he is gonna die, you know. And even then, I'm like, bro, I didn't even really understand the nature of Soldier Boy powers that it completely gets rid of them until after. Because I thought I just meant like you just lose your powers for a little bit, but it completely nullifies them. So that was a surprise for me. But like things like um Ryan coming in to save the day, I saw that coming.
Mm,
So it's like you said, it's just hard. It's a hard feat to do. But at this point, 5 seasons in, and it's like you're playing the same kind of game the whole time, it gets like nauseating to the point where it's like, especially when it's like something as graphic, as gory, as like freaked out as The Boys, that it's just like that shock factor that drew you in initially just doesn't hit the same
it's true.
anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
And
listen to G, y'all. Listen to G, y'all.
yeah, and that's really what it was. It's funny because like even though I'm saying this, like as I was watching, I was like, oh, okay. Like at certain points, okay, it's like, oh, I like this thing or I like that thing, But it's like I had to drag my feet to watch it though, to get those moments, you know. And I honestly like the ending too, where just like everything goes back to kind of the way it was, and we don't get no like where's Vought after all this time type of scene. And it's just like, oh yeah, he and Annie had a baby or is gonna have a baby, but she's still a superhero, so she still gotta go do her thing. Like everything's all right. I was just like, bruh, that's not it. It's a feel good ending, but you know, it almost feels like at the end of a game where the person that you have been like fighting and planning on fighting is like, I was like, oh, this is the final boss. Like once I beat this guy, it's over.
Yeah, even the
And
whole
then
scene with, Butcher, it was
yeah,
just kinda like, "Okay, we're really" like, there's just something wrong with the pacing of all that where it's like, we're
hmm
really just trying to extend this and make it feel like it's hitting, but,
yeah,
y'all gotta write it better. I don't know how else to say it.
yeah. It's literally that, you know. And the show is about bad writing too. That's what's funny. Like, cause they make fun of like how all the media stuff is playing out and like how little they think of the audiences. It's like, yeah, we can get this past this person. So it's like, even though I enjoyed some of the different characters and like their progression throughout the story, whether they're like the main character or not, um, I felt like the world was bigger than the story they could tell in this finely contained series. And if it was going to end it, it should have ended in a way that I'm like felt more big than just like Homelander kind of, cowering. And then the real final boss would be Billy Butcher versus Huey. And I'm just
Mhm.
like, all right, I guess he sees his brother in a one last time, and that's what gets him. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I also feel like the finale or not the finale, the season leans heavily on nostalgia of, like,
mm,
a lot of characters, callbacks, which normally I do really, really, like, appreciate,
this Red
but
Bull,
I
y'all, no sponsor, but
oh,
don't
hey.
be thinking it's something else.
Eh
Late, it's late, man.
his eyes getting droopy.
Yeah,
But there's just something about the way they wrote this season that I just feel like it's more of, like, callbacks to make it be like, "Oh, do you remember how, important Huey's electronical"
I forgot.
I'm like, "Bro, I forgot. I
Yeah,
this is like,
yeah.
this was not a major thing
Bro
that
said this
I
is my thing.
yeah." So it's just some weirdness going on with the writing.
Yeah.
And it really threw me off. It really made me feel sluggish watching this season.
Mhm.
Um, and even previous seasons, like when Soldier Boy first appeared, I felt
Yeah.
like his scenes were way better then compared to now. And
Mhm.
even him ultimately giving Homelander the vial,
Yeah.
I still just feel uneasy with some of this writing and the thinking behind these characters and how they did Sage just so dirty. Like it was just
Well, how do you feel
I
like
don't
they did
know.
her dirty? Let me ask you that.
Like, I just feel like they when they originally wrote her in, it was to show, like, the power creep, the getting more power, and this character is
Mhm.
helping us manipulate everyone into putting us on top.
Okay.
But she's so smart that as it continues on, it's kinda like, well, this character really has no other, like, goal to accomplish because we kind of already accomplished it.
Right.
And it just really hurt I almost like the series to have that character right there because
Yeah.
this character would have already anticipated every possible move that's like, "Okay,
Mhm.
y'all are just overreacting," and the fun of her character, like, trying to contain them or not contain them, see where
Yeah.
this goes. It kinda just, like, lost it completely where I felt like her character just became a complete
Well,
sideline on purpose.
that's what happens when you have a character like Homelander who doesn't listen to reason. Like there's nothing reasonable about him. So as much as she can, to me at least, as much as she can try to um make him like do the things that she wants him to do, he's still going to act the same way and just be like, why can't this happen? Why can't that happen? And it's just like she can't challenge him that much. If every time she says something to him, she's risking her life. You
Yeah,
know?
so the way I look at it, I just kinda feel like it's more of the along the lines of we've already won this game, that anything
Yeah.
you do kinda doesn't change the equation. So now my
Mm.
job is kind of pointless, and do
Yeah.
I have more motivation to do anything else? No. And then
Right.
it's kinda like, now that I put you on this, like, unstoppable playing field, which you kinda were already on the trajectory of,
Mhm.
like, any crazy ideology of you, like, even wanting to become a god, like, my mathematics has already said, like, "Yeah, why not? We already control everything. It
Yeah.
doesn't change nothing, like, Butcher and them ain't gonna stop you."
It's an ego thing.
Yeah, so it just I like,
Yeah.
I just feel like her character in other scenarios would just be so smart that they would then try to do, like, something else or, like
Yeah. Or
and
it would
it
be a situation where like Ryan becomes her right hand, you know?
Yeah.
And
Like,
and
how
and
far can I push this?
yeah, and
Can I
ends
can
up
I overthrow him with his
right.
son and then just because it's like, "Oh, I'm that smart. I have to go against
Mhm.
myself
But
in a
she's
way."
not the main
Like
character though. That's the thing. She's not the main character. And
yeah.
I feel like because it's all starring Homelander and Butcher, they kind of hold the story back because of their like one track mind, essentially, of like
Yeah,
kind of what goes on. So that makes sense to me.
and I perfectly think without those 2 characters, like, this season falls apart a lot,
Hmm.
and they really, really hold it up.
Yeah, because a lot of times, for me at least, like when it came to like uh Annie and Huey's storyline, that ended for me seasons ago, where I
Yeah.
actually cared about their relationship. You know, like Frenchie and Kimiko actually had growth, but like every time Annie ran away or Huey was like down on himself or whatever, it's just like it didn't hit like the way that it was supposed to be hit.
Mhm.
And I feel like, especially like after them like starting the season off in the camps and they've been away from each other for so long, and you know not getting to really see any of that. You know, we just kind of jump cut back into like, all right, y'all, main mission time. How do we do this? How do we do that? You know, it just becomes, you know, not villain of the week type of situations, but scenario of the week. Like, what do we got today? You know, when we got this overarching thing that's like, uh, you know, this ultimate obstacle in Homelander, but also all these other things are also in the way. And it's just like, yeah, it's not like
Like, there's some
I'm
entertaining
poo pooing
parts,
on the
but
season, but I'm not trying to, you know, because it's
yeah.
still good TV, but it's like it's not as good as what I was expecting for the
Not as good,
boys.
not as peak of, like, how you'd want a finale of a really great TV show,
Hmm.
and the bottom of the line I just think overall, if you still enjoy The Boys' humor, you still enjoy,
Hmm.
the gruesomeness of The Boys, I think you'll still like this season.
Yeah.
The problem is I do feel the same way you're feeling, like, it kinda feels so close to home now, it kinda feels so satire, and it gets to the point where it's just like, "Oh, this is believable. Oh, okay, yeah, this could happen," that
Hmm.
the episodes don't hit as hard anymore, and,
Yeah.
as they wrap up some of these characters, everything just kinda feels like, okay, this is good TV, but this ain't, like, epic final season worthy TV. It's like, "Oh,
Hmm.
okay, this is alright." And I'm not sure if the Gen V or the spinoffs or whatever kinda messed up this one because I remember in, season 4, I kinda felt like, yo, they were building this up for the final season, like, they
Mm.
saved all the goodies for the end, and now I'm kinda like, "Dang, bro, I don't know." So,
Do you think
um,
if we had got another season of Gen V, it could have ramped up what they really could have done?
I don't even know, because
Mm.
I really feel like I'm missing something, you know what I mean?
Because
Like
I feel like
we
so.
went from virus to, uh, not the virus to we're just gonna use
Yeah.
Soldier Boy's powers to remove it from Homeland, and I was like,
Hmm.
uh,
No, Marie,
yeah,
because we thought we was gonna be able to do that. At least I thought that's what they were gonna be able to do after she beat what's the guy name?
the Dokken.
Yeah, Godolkin. What was his name though? Because he never made an appearance in the boys. But yeah, once Marie beat Godolkin, and then it's like, okay, now she's like supposed to be just as strong as Homelander. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they bring her up to speed on what's going on, but they kind of just use her as a cameo type of situation.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not saying that like a season 3 of that would have saved the boys, because like I don't think it necessarily needed saving. I just think like the characters, um, like we lost too many big players.
Mm.
Because like if we think about like before, because I was thinking about it whenever Homelander was just in the, before he talked to the Deep the last time, he was just sitting in the office looking out on the balcony and stuff before he disbanded the Seven. I was just like, man, the Seven coming back to Vought Tower and seeing the Seven debrief and stuff like that, and have them like, you know, report to the CEO, Stan Edgar, and like him being taken off the board, like the president being taken off the board, like anybody that ever held a position of power over Homelander that could have like that, you know, the boys could have either infiltrated or try to use some type of leverage against them to kind of help them pursue their goals. It kind of got taken out. So it's like you're left with not a lot of toys outside of just like, okay, we got to literally find a way to either get stronger than Homelander or just make him weak. And they
And
chose
it
to
was
make him
very cookie
weak.
cutter.
Yeah.
It was very cookie cutter of getting to that solution, and
Mm-hmm.
even just getting to him, it made me mad. Like you said, we briefly talked about the underground walking through the tunnel scene. They got them completely trapped, and I was like, "Bro,
Yeah.
I'm done."
Yeah. And for him to get surprised when he can hear everything. You know what I'm saying? Like he could hear everything, right? So for them to get surprised by him breaking through the thing, break through the wall now, it's like, okay, let's do this. We're waiting for you, type of thing. I
Yeah,
was just like, all right. I mean, yeah. Like it's
it's
not, to me, it's not The Boys is not Game of Thrones bad. Where it's like they kind of completely uh forget every, not even forget, but just like, I'm thinking of a word, betray everything that we had been preparing for when the Night King actually came on screen. Like it wasn't a scenario like that, but it felt more like just like a slow death
mm,
of the show. To where it's
yeah,
like, would I want to go back and rewatch this again one day? Probably not. But I would go back and rewatch Game of Thrones. Me personally, there's a lot more good in it. Obviously, it's 8 seasons of that, but like, you know, it's something to think about. Even Victoria Newman, bruh, she was such a good character as well. She got taken out. It's so lethal. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro. I feel like that's really, I feel like that's really it.
yeah. I feel it.
You know?
It's crazy. We felt the same way after
Yeah.
watching the finale.
And we literally watched it today, y'all. Both
Yeah,
of us.
I really want to see the commentary now because I'm behind. I just wonder what people think.
Mm-hmm. So, you got anything else before we get into scores? This might be a short episode.
If I would have watched this a month ago, I'd be like, "Hey, we'll see what the spinoffs and next Gen V stuff." But I know Gen V's already
Yeah.
canceled.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're having a prequel. I think that's what they're going to be dropping.
Mm.
But yeah, slightly
I'm
disappointed,
cool.
man. Yeah, slightly disappointed, and I unfortunately I just feel like it wore off as it went on, and
Yeah.
um, I just wonder if I watch season 1 and 2, if I'll like, dang, these episodes are way better, or if I'd feel the same, like, oh, I've already seen a series like this that it doesn't hit the same at all because we're
Yeah.
talking about a show that came out in like 2019.
Yeah.
So,
Not that
um,
far back.
yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you know what? Another finale for another show,
Yeah.
and one of the best villains I've seen in a while. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It just got to the point where they just doing stuff. And I'm just like,
yeah,
all right, y'all. Like, what is the conclusion? And that's what makes me wonder, like, how it ended in the comics. Because I'm like, yo, If the people that
Yeah,
say the comic is really good, then like this is like the opposite
yeah.
of Invincible for me.
It's time to see. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Like I felt vindicated in after watching Invincible for so long. But in this joint, I just felt like, dang, this joint could have ended after Maeve or something like
Yeah.
that when everybody got blown up. I don't know, but or just left it looming something, you know. But for it to end all everything sunshine and rainbows, y'all, you know. I'm just like, all right, because like when last thing when Butcher was talking to Huey about like, yo, we have to get rid of all the supers or the soups because who's to say another Homelander, like Homelander doesn't inspire somebody else that has all the powers that they need to do the exact same thing. What we gonna do then? You're not wrong, you know? But it's like, you gotta be willing to take that chance. So if you're not just like, you know, Butcher and ready to just get rid of everybody, you know what I'm saying? I felt like that was a good point that could have been maybe not so much explored, but like us seeing like maybe in a montage of like our house society after Homelander, you know, like just giving us something of that of like people's like it was there a hard, you know, reset or was it like a slow trickle off type of thing, you know? Cause it could have been crazy, bro. Could have been crazy. But Chris, what you giving the final season of The Boys out of 10, bro? Now this
I'm gonna be a little.
I feel like this is where it could get tricky for us.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be more generous than I would
Hmm.
because I just kind of feel like the jokes and the satire just wore thin for me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the 7.
Wow.
I do think it's one of the weakest seasons,
Yeah.
and I don't like the way it ends. I don't even like. Pretty much don't like the way it starts,
Yeah.
but it still has the same tone of the boys and the same outlandishness of the boys.
Quality
But
wise.
yeah, I would say the fights and stuff. Someone was off on my like when I was looking
Hmm.
at it. I was like, dang, this doesn't look crazy for a
Hmm.
finale. For one of Amazon's biggest shows.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna still be generous because I'm pretty harsh when it comes to finales, and it's really hard to land them anyway. But
Yeah.
overall, season 5 was definitely not my favorite. It's to the point where I always say this: if someone asked me if I saw The Boys and they never saw it, I would not rush to tell them to go finish up The Boys. Maybe after season 1 and 2,
Hmm.
you feel hyped. I'll be like, hey, slowly roll. So I'm gonna just be nice and say it's a 7, but and ends on a down slope for sure.
Yeah. Um, Surprisingly, we got the same score. I'll give it a 7 too. It's a calm 7. Um, because like quality didn't they didn't tank that. Um, Story wise though, that joint just didn't like the endings of so many storylines just felt like, dang, this could have been bigger. Dang, that could have been better. You know,
Mm.
and the line between like super and just like head squished. It was too many of the same too many of the same thing over and over and over again. So the like the quote unquote fear that like Homelander used to pose, you just don't feel it no more.
Are we desensitized, bro? Is this what it's
Maybe,
like?
maybe I don't know. I just feel like I feel like it's more so him. Like the more power that he got, the more we saw his true like the more his true colors really just started to bother you. You know, because before he didn't understand the power he had. He understood it, but like he was still like under Stan Edgar's palm, you know. So he was still like following orders. But once he realized, like, yo, I don't have to do none of this. You know, I can literally do what I want, and he actually started thinking for himself, or having people think for him, and then start coming up with his own ideas to expound on it. Then that's when he was like, oh nah, I can literally just do whatever I want. Because even Ryan was actually spitting bars at his dad when he was like, yo, like you was literally already the most powerful in the world, and that still wasn't enough.
Yeah.
You know? So like what's now? And like his need to be liked and his need of a family, whether it was father or son, and being rejected by it became like more and more like just damning. They're like, okay, this all only end one way, you know? And like you said, like there's still like my favorite episode was the that's something we didn't talk about. If you had a favorite, I don't know if you had a favorite episode, but my favorite episode was the one where we got to see everybody's different like perspectives of a day.
That was cool.
I like stuff like that, you know. Um, and then yeah, man, that show was crazy. I give it a 7. I give it a 7. Um, and I'm surprised that we gave it the same thing. So that's funny. But let us know how you're feeling about The Boys in the comment section. I know it's more of a shorter episode, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes
Yeah.
it is what it is. Just like
there's no need to rant about the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I generally feel the same way of like
yeah, and we want to be
I don't
authentic, and
Yeah.
we don't want to force like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
if I hated it, I would have came here pretty mad, but
Yeah.
it kind of set the tone immediately, and then I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Let us know how you're feeling about that joint. Hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already. Chris, what you keep about, bro?
I mean, that NBA Finals is looking pretty spicy. I only got to see a little bit of it, and it
Check the
was
score.
pretty
Let me check
good.
the score. Let me check the score.
The game's over now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Whoa,
I will say
that's crazy.
I've been watching a lot of NBA.
Did you see the score?
Yeah.
Okay. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Fourth quarter.
It messing up. I've been watching a lot of NBA interviews, so that Gilbert Arenas, AJ Debonta YouTube video interview, greatness. Just
Greatness.
That's how sports media needs to be.
That's two goats
More
right there.
casual, more just free flowing, not as structured, and it allows for like more like craziness to ensue and kind of get perspective of like, you know, just how the actual how these players and people who've been through it before, people are just entering, how they actually think, how they get going.
Yeah.
Because it's just so different being like you know, behind the camera and being postured and saying all the right things. Like, no, we need the real truth, because no one really wants to hear that, but that's the mentality you have to go in with. So I really love that interview. I can't wait for more. I hope they have way more within the next month. As far as shows, really the only thing right now is I have to see Obsession before this week, because
That's a
I am
movie,
getting
right?
that's the movie. I'm getting spoiled bad. It's everywhere now. So this thing
Yeah.
has to be hitting. And the last one is, I'm not sure if it's this week or next week. Hold on, I actually don't want to mess it up.
Is it what I think it is?
What are you gonna say?
Something with Nicholas. No. Okay, never mind. I'll keep it for mine.
Oh, Nicholas.
Yeah. Cage.
Oh, I don't know.
Go
I'm
ahead,
excited.
say what you're going to say.
Mine is Scary Movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm pretty hyped for Scary Movie. Growing up, Scary Movie was one of my favorite movies too. Those movies as a kid were just like the sleepover, the come through and watch what are we gonna put on is gonna be Scary Movie, because it was just wild. It was wild.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. I don't know, man. All of the movies are the best. My favorite was Scary Movie 3. Most people like either 1 or 2. I'm hoping it's been a long time off. They were doing them too many times that it kind of wore off. Kind of the theme of this pod.
Yeah.
Uh, that I'm hoping after all this time,
I got
it's
so many
fresh.
references down to me.
Yeah, they got a lot of scary movies to pick off of, and even having Terrifier in there. I was like, dang, we really are ready for a scary movie. So I'm excited for it. I can't wait. I really hope it does good.
Yeah.
Because these types of movies don't really exist nowadays because they kind
Hmm.
of overdid them with every single aspect possible. Um, so I hope it's some good fun at the theaters this weekend. But
Okay.
that's pretty much what I'm geeked about. What you geeked about, G?
So I did see uh I Love Boosters this week,
Ooh.
and I like the movie, but it's gonna it's you're probably gonna get a strong reaction when you see it. Not you specifically, but just like anybody. Like in it's like a polarizing kind of thing. Like it's one of those artsy movies that like I'm not gonna say it makes you make a choice, but like there's a certain point in the movie where you're gonna be like, what am I watching? But I'm like, what the heck is going on? I want to find out type of thing.
Yeah.
That was one of those things for me. Still ended up giving it a 7, but like, you know, it's something that I was like, okay, like this, like I like that kind of thing. Just like the artsy side of things like that. But the thing I was gonna say, well, I thought you was gonna say was Spider-Man Noir, but I feel like you said
Oh
that
no.
last week. Did you not say that? Did you say that last week?
I might have said that I heard good reviews on it, but
Yeah.
that might have been off camera.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. So that just came out
I heard
this
good things.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. And then anything else? Um, I don't know if I want to see Obsession or if I want to see Backrooms.
Oh, Backrooms is another one.
Yeah.
It might be a movie weekend, bro. Like, that might
Hmm.
be a good time to go to the movies, y'all.
Yeah. So I don't want to be scared though, but I feel like I have to be scared, and I feel like the Obsession movie is gonna be one that challenges me more versus like Backrooms. I've seen RDC play that already,
Yeah.
so it's like I kind of know what to expect. You
You just
know?
want to see the movie version of it is more.
Yeah. Like what would
Well,
this look like? You know?
yeah,
Um. And I just feel like it's like just Obsession is having a moment right now. So I was like, I should probably watch this just for
I know, bro.
research
I'm like, what the
purposes.
heck?
You
Yeah.
know? um. But yeah, other than that, college football dropped their cover art. So for both, I think it's deluxe and the regular giant. Um, worst covers I haven't seen in a while. Keep it a buck with you.
Ooh.
Not a fan. Not a fan. But I'm excited for the game still. You know what I'm saying? And then what else, man?
I agree.
Yeah. It's like it's
I got
just
one more.
off. It's just like they chose the worst jerseys
Yeah.
as well. It's like I get it, but like,
Ohio
um
State, where's that?
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to think, Chris. I said a movie, a show. I'm watching a Ninja Turtle show right now. Tales of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is like spinoff of the movie Mutant Mayhem. While I'm watching Rise of the Ninja Turtles 2, but I stopped watching Rise so I can watch this, and I'm enjoying it. And then anime wise, One Piece, bro. One Piece,
Uh,
and it was something else. Oh yeah, Soul Eater. I said that already though. I've been talking about that, but I might have fallen off though. I fear because there's a lot of stuff to watch right now. Oh, Vox Machina season 3 coming out on Prime. That's gonna be dope.
mm.
And I feel like that's it, man. I feel like that's it.
I will say I'm gonna
Oh,
make
and
the
we Tiger Woods again.
yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty sore after that day. I was like,
Bruh.
dude.
I was like, why do
So
I feel like this on a Monday?
Yeah, I gotta get the
It's like
rust
it's
off
just
for sure.
all
Yeah.
tricep and back.
It's a workout. It's a workout now, y'all. Golf.
Yeah.
Pick it up. It's fun.
Oh.
And PSG won the Champions League
Oh
again,
yeah.
back to back. I
Yeah.
will say it is just it's crazy to have your team on top. It is a
Mhm.
crazy feeling because it's just like, dang, how much more validation can they get? Like it's just
Yeah.
so weird.
To go back to back like that is crazy.
Yeah, and it just felt like, especially for me in the moment, it was
Mhm.
like, dang,
Nah, y'all should have seen Chris, bro. You would thought he won the game. Like when the game was over, because it ended on penalty kicks, right? Or is it penalty
yeah,
kicks or yeah,
yeah,
penalty kicks.
the shootout. Mhm.
A shootout, yeah. And when the guy missed on from the other team, like Chris did a whole like Kevin Garnett, Wimby,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
scream. And we was
And then
outnumbered. We was outnumbered in the joint, which was crazy. And I was just like, yo, nah, this is a moment for sure. And I was like, well, I done picked my team now. I'm PSG all the way. I like,
hey,
you know what I'm
hey,
saying? Not even because
yeah,
like we won, but like because like it happened twice, and I was there for both
yeah.
times. You know,
It's kind of crazy. Like we
like
just need a G on the squad. That's it.
that's it. That's it. One player
That's-
away. One player away.
yeah.
That's what they say. You know.
So it just feels really amazing because I'm like, dang, the first time it was so unexpected that they would win
Mm-hmm.
that I could kind of understand someone's argument about it being a fluke. Now it's
Mm.
back to back. It's almost like,
Yeah.
wow, we this is legit.
Mm-hmm.
And next season's a long way away, but
Yeah.
we gonna see what they're talking about because the same squad coming back, and I don't know. I don't know how they gonna do it
Mm-hmm.
because I just can't vision it now. I just can't.
Yeah, because it's
It
like
don't matter who you
roster
throw against.
management, and then
Yeah,
you got like people probably gonna try to steal players.
they all staying at PSG for one. Maybe one player retires, but
Yeah,
I'm I'm just
need a new goalie.
can't believe it. Yeah. And then the last thing I wanted to say is World Cup's in 1 week. The hype train started. I Show Speed already got his video out. It's going crazy,
Mm,
doing numbers.
I didn't know that.
Um, and I saw Ronaldo in Portugal's. All the countries are releasing their like swag photos before the World Cup starts. Yo,
Okay.
that Portugal was looking crazy. Like they were trying to win it all. I was like, all right,
Dang.
Ronaldo. They had a crazy fit. But I'm excited for the World Cup. If you haven't watched the World Cup, when you watch a few games and start getting really into it, each round becomes like more and more intense, and like
Hmm.
you kind of do feel like how elite every single position is because they're all better. Like
Yeah.
they're all just way better. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see who wins. Um, of course, I'll be rooting for France, but the USA is going to make it to the round of 16, and I'll say they eke out one more win, so they make it to 8, and everyone goes crazy in the
Mm.
country for once. After that, I don't know. We talking about superstars. We're talking about
Yeah.
super duper stars, but the U.S. just recently beat Senegal in a friendly,
Hmm.
and they looked pretty good. They looked in top form that it gave me a little too much hype. So can't
Okay.
wait for the World Cup. Can't wait for the matches. But shout out to
Dang. So we
PSG for
doing
being back to backs.
double France.
I mean, it's just the next team. Some
You just
other
think that's who's gonna go farther?
deep down, I kind of believe the hype that Spain is gonna win it. They haven't won in
Mm.
a while,
Okay.
um, so I kind of believe that they will win.
Yeah.
I kind of deep down feel like Mbappe has been getting trashed on recently, ever
Hmm.
since he left PSG, and now that they won 2 times. I don't know, maybe it's just a club bias,
Yeah.
um, that he's gonna come out on top on the World Cup again and kinda remind people, like, "Dang, I get it. The team I left or is winning and y'all
What Coco
throwing dirt
Jones
on my
say?
name."
He's like, you do it too for a check. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So I kinda deep down feel like Mbappe is just gonna go crazy and they're gonna
Hmm.
support him on his way to, dominating the World Cup, but, deep down, I kind of do believe it just feels like a different country's gonna win. France's time.
Yeah.
It's been a while,
Last
so or
time
Spain.
Argentina
Spain.
won, right?
Yeah, Argentina won last time. So
And Messi retired.
no, Messi should be on the Argentina Cup,
Oh, he's gonna play.
Argentina team. I didn't check. I
Yeah.
checked Ronaldo because I was like, if they put this bro on it,
Mhm.
and he's there,
Yeah.
he's there, y'all. So, I think no Neymar. That's the main thing. So no
Okay.
Neymar for Brazil. Um,
Okay.
but
No Russell Wilson
let's see what
for
Blue
nobody.
Lock talking about. You know what I mean? Let's see what Blue Lock talking about.
Oh man, that's crazy that sparked everything though.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, I would have never been watching none of this stuff if it wasn't for Blue Lock. But yeah, let us know what y'all geeked about in the comment section below. Hit that like button, hit subscribe button if you have not already, and we'll see y'all next week. Stay geeked. Peace.
Later, y'all.